So Floyd Mayweather wins a majority decision victory over Saul Canelo Alvarez. This fight played out as I expected it to play out. All right. Not only in terms of the way the two guys were fighting, I expected them to fight like this, but it played out as well in terms of the politics of the fight, because Floyd Mayweather clearly won the fight. All right. He didn't, manage to dominate Alvarez in the way he dominated Guerrero. All right. In terms of physically dominating the way he dominated Guerrero, but he definitely won the fight. Right. Clearly. But somehow one of the judges saw fit to give the fight a draw. Like I told you before the fight, yeah, politically, there was a push, all right, from the powers that be to get a rematch out of this fight. They wanted as much mileage. They want as much mileage out of Mayweather financially as they can possibly get, right? And that's why you saw a draw on one of those scorecards, all right? I thought there was something like this on the cards, man, on the agenda. And, if Canelo had just kept his defense a little bit tighter, Floyd might have got robbed. All right. You can see the intention was there, because there's no way it was a 114 fight. Yeah. Floyd clearly won the fight, but you can see what they tried to do. Now, in terms of Canelo's tactics, some people may be surprised or disappointed by Canelo's tactics. I wasn't. All right. I expected low volume from Canelo. That's the way he fights. All right. No one should have expected anything different. He's a low volume guy. And to me, I think he was always going to try and outbox Floyd. All right. That was going to be his game plan, because everyone tries to rush Floyd. Everyone tries to do the same thing. And when you're not as quick as Floyd, yeah, and when you don't have the kind of stamina as a guy like Miguel Cotto, for example, you can't just go forward and rush him. All right. You can't just do that. Unless you got crazy stamina and all those kind of things, you can't just rush him. So Canelo tried to do kind of what Oscar De La Hoya did. He tried to box a little bit, make it a bit technical, try and make Floyd miss, try and counterpunch the counterpuncher. And in the early rounds, he did have a little bit of success. All right. A lot of the earlier rounds were close. Yeah. And Canelo could have nicked some of those rounds. Canelo definitely won at least, I would say, 2 rounds, maybe 3 rounds in the fight. Yeah. Just on work rate, because there was some rounds where Floyd was moving around looking pretty, but it wasn't really throwing any punches. But, overall, Floyd picked out the better shots, and down the stretch, as Canelo was tiring and his sharpness was disappearing, Floyd being the smaller guy and the better coordinated guy, and, having the better stamina and stuff like that, he started to come into his own towards the middle rounds and later on into the fight. Canelo did kind of claw back some of the late rounds. I think you could have given Canelo, I think it was maybe the 9th, was it the 9th or 10th? And the 12th, all right? You could have made an argument for Canelo winning one of those rounds. But overall, Floyd was definitely a deserved winner. Great performance, all right? Great performance against a dangerous opponent. You understand? Canelo was a young guy. I mean, and that's one thing I have to say, right? The size difference in this fight was ridiculous. The size difference was unreal. All right. These guys did not look in the same weight division in the slightest. And obviously they wasn't. All right. Canelo was probably, I believe on the night, he was only 165, which was a bit lower than I expected. I know someone on Facebook commented that he's probably going to come in around 165 pounds. Not as big as he was against Trout. So yeah, he was a little bit smaller than I expected, but still he looked way bigger than Mayweather. He looked flipping ginormous. Yeah. I mean, Canelo normally in his fights looks quite compact, yeah, and small. Like when he was against Austin Trout, he looked quite compact and small. But against Floyd, he looked big and clumsy. He didn't look compact and small at all. And the difference in speed, Mayweather was so much quicker, better coordinated and stuff like that. And yeah, he just ran away with it in the end. Picked out some beautiful shots, put his combinations together. There was a moment in the middle rounds where it looked like Canelo was starting to get gassed and that Floyd might be able to step on the, on the pedal and maybe stop him. But I think Canelo was playing possum a little bit. All right. I think Canelo was trying to sucker him in. Yeah, Canelo was taking a break. All right, Canelo was taking a little break. He was a little bit tired, but at the same time, I think he was also trying to sucker Floyd in because he came off the ropes and tried to, tried to hit him with some cheeky counters. But yeah, overall, it was pretty much the fight I expected. In the end, I went with Floyd winning the decision. So yeah, it was a chess match of a fight. Canelo, he can come again. He didn't take a terrible beating or anything like that. He did his best. He did better than Guerrero. He did better than pretty much anyone since De La Hoya. All right. He landed jabs to the body, did a few things here and there, but just wasn't quite sharp enough. Yeah, wasn't quite good enough defensively to really make a serious case. You know what I mean? And for winning the fight on the scorecards. But like I say, politically, there was some type of shenanigans going on behind the scenes, because how they had it 114, I will never know. So yeah, hit me up in the comment section below. Let me know how you felt about the fight. Who do you think Mayweather can fight next? All right, one of those TV bosses or whoever set up that 114 card, they're a little bit disappointed because they knew there was a lot of money to be made out of a rematch. All right, so where does Floyd go from here? Does he fight Danny Garcia? Danny Garcia looked great tonight. That's one thing I can tell you. He looked tremendous tonight. But where does Floyd go from here? Where does Canelo go from here? Does he move up in weight? Will his stamina be better if he moves up in weight? Or is he too short to fight at middleweight? I mean, there are small middleweights out there like Curtis Stevens. All right, short middleweights. So, does Canelo move up? Does he stay at 154? How does it go? Let me know in the comment section below. Overall, it wasn't an amazing night of boxing, but it was a decent night of boxing. I felt like I got my money's worth, especially the Garcia Matisse fight. That was all right. It wasn't a war, it wasn't an epic fight, but it was very interesting and intense. So yeah, overall decent night of boxing. Drop your comments in the comment section below. This is Hatman. I'm out.